Alright, first video of the day, let's check out crypto.com. So we've had 3 consecutive days now above this descending trend line that we've had from the 21st of November. So for now at least, I think we can rule out the possibility of returning to the 200-day moving average. So if I get rid of that, let's see what next targets to watch. So the last video we said as long as we stay above this 618 at 45 we're bullish, and as long as we break above this red trend line, until we break above this red trend line we couldn't be getting out of bed. And obviously the past few days we've had a lot of buying volume coming in. If I look at the volume on the daily, I mean it's very, very good volume. I mean not too much compared to previous rallies, but you know, you got to start somewhere. So RSI is turning up as well. RSI is almost at 70 right now, but what I noticed, which is pretty interesting, if I just hover over where the RSI is right now, every time previously we've come up to, you know, 66, 67 RSI, which was basically around this area, we eventually kind of had a huge spike up. In this case it was to 78 RSI. Up here it was 88 and 86. So what I see in the short term for CRO is to have another pump, and that is obviously if the rest of the markets keep pushing up as well, because CRO is really just going to follow Bitcoin. I don't see CRO ever being an outlier. I mean, this chart pretty much looks the exact same as Bitcoin's. You know, we've had this huge descending trend line, and we've finally broken above it. So I mean, CRO is really just following Bitcoin. So the good thing about CRO is the market cap is a lot smaller. So obviously, you know, Bitcoin could do a 2x while CRO does a 3 or 4x. Now, let's see a level that we could potentially get stuck at, or our next target. So the next level up from where we are now is the 57 level, which, let's see how far away that is. That would be a 7% increase from where we are now, so nothing too crazy. We also do have a kind of micro high over here, so I do see resistance coming in between 58 and 57. So if we do come up to this previous high, we would be up to 59. If we just blast through there, then you know, the next level up for CRO I don't see anywhere else but coming to this previous high here, which also lines up with the 0.5 Fibonacci. So all in all, I mean, we're still below the 618, so do expect maybe something like this to happen. But you know, even in a semi-bad scenario for CRO, I do see it at least pumping back up to the 0.5, which is a 20% increase from where we are now. So CRO looks pretty strong on the daily. If we come out to the weekly, the RSI has hit the heart line and starting to head up, so weekly looks very good as well. If we come over to the Heikin-Ashi candles, you can see that we've had 2 green weeks in a row. Let's exclude obviously this green candle and this green candle, because these are doji candles which show indecision in the market. But this Heikin-Ashi candle we've had is very bullish. If we come over to the monthly as well, see what's going on over here. We don't have too much volume stepping in. We haven't had any green candles on the Heikin-Ashi yet. This is still a doji candle on the monthly, so do, you know, take into consideration that unless we do pump up quite a little bit further, this will end up being another doji candle, and you know, we might come below this trend line. But all in all, I mean, it's only the 10th. We do have a very long time, you know, like at least 2.5 weeks or so until the next monthly candle opens on the Heikin-Ashi and obviously on all of the candles. So if we check out the regular candles, you can see that we have had our first big green candle, and yeah, I mean the monthly as well looks bullish. Tiny bit of volume stepping in, but really nothing too crazy. The volume does rival all of the previous volumes we've had, apart from the one in November, and obviously crypto.com went mental with advertising then, so that is why it went up so high. If we finish off with the 4 hour and the 1 hour, see if there's any micro moves that we could expect in the short term. There is huge volume stepping in on the 4 hour, so the 4 hour looks extremely bullish. Also, this candle here looks, you know, crazy. I mean, we had selling volume down to here, which got brought up very, very quickly. So, you know, that does show that there's a lot of buyers in the market if the price is going to come down a little bit. It does seem like these areas around here are just going to get bought up. If we come over to the hourly, insane volume, insane. If we scroll back and put it here, you can basically see we really haven't had this much volume since the start of the year in January. And well, this was a dead cat bounce, so obviously do bear that in mind as well. But the shorter the time frame, the less likely it is to, you know, be a good trade. You should always come to the higher time frames, like at least the 4 hour, 1 day, weekly and monthly, to make trades. So on the 4 hour as well, RSI has just come over 70. You can see normally when it does come over 70, it does have a little bit of a pump, normally to like 80. Over here it was 80, this was 80, this was 89. So like I said on the RSI, normally when Crypto.com has volume and good RSI strength stepping in, then we do get a lot of buying pressure and a lot of follow through. So like I said, keep an eye on these two levels next, which is 5.7 and 6.5. Those are my next targets for CRO. And if we are able to get above this this 618, then I think we're just going to be basically coming straight up to the all-time high at 97. So yeah, that's basically everything I've got for you today. Once again, none of this is financial advice, it's just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.